Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be going over some of the probably biggest news when it comes to the PlayStation game expansions, and as well just some official statements over from Sony's heads regarding about these future really big things coming out in regards to PlayStation. And I'm sure you guys can maybe go tell by the title itself, PlayStation has officially now made their own LLC in regards to PlayStation PC. So there's basically a brand new business, brand new studio fully dedicated towards bringing and making and basically going and just getting PlayStation games everywhere up on PC. We saw some of the leaks kind of come on out. We've had some official statements. We've also had a PlayStation blog post too as well, somewhat discussing this. So all around, just some really good news when it comes to the PlayStation. So I want to go talk about this and as well kind of the question of the day before we go and talk about all the other usual stuff. Is this something that you guys in particular are very excited for? I'm a really big PC gamer. I have a 3080 Ti on my PC itself. I do a lot of stuff up on Twitch, which is why I always mention if you guys want to follow me up on Twitch. I play games all the time. So the fact that we could actually have even more options with more gamers, we're going to go talk about the overall expansion times too as well for everyone, basically get into the actual PlayStation ecosystem. So a lot of things to go talk about, but like I said, leave a comment down below if this is something that you guys are into, or maybe you guys even have a friend, family, or whoever would also be intrigued on it. And of course, before we fully dive in the video itself, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, you guys go get free stack, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. And let's go dive in the video itself and definitely leave your thoughts and comments and like the video. Let's go dive on into it. So if you guys have seen this news, there's actually some really cool news. We'll go kind of dive on into it. Sony is now actually using a brand new label for its PC games. And this is kind of coming off right off the initial bat of the fact that we had a really big excitement news when it comes to both God of War and Horizon, with them trying to either go and solely start / have release dates for them for the PC versions. We saw this recently with Horizon coming to PC, and as well, we've also been seeing a lot more of this kind of just, like I said, making its ways around. The old God of War will be officially confirmed and will be released up on Steam, and it is kind of going and showing that Sony wants to go and make their expansions onto like this PC in general. We also did go and see official statements in terms of like press releases and all that stuff earlier on this year, stating that all the PlayStation CEOs, their growth demographics are both focused on both women and of course as well also for PC gamers and having more PC stuff showing up on the actual market, which is very cool to see. So we're finally now starting to see Sony start getting serious over here when it comes to the PlayStation finally expanding. So Sony's PlayStation games up on Steam are now officially, as of now, published by a brand new PlayStation PC LLC. So I'm sure you guys know about the business side, and LLC is essentially just a, well, business. And this is also a brand new development instead of the PlayStation Mobile going on to as well. Some forum posters over at Rosetta also noticed the change to Mixed On In, which if you guys want to see and look at it right here, you guys can see from Days Gone, which has developer, of course, Ben Studio. Publisher, though, has officially changed. So this is all official, brand new business being made officially. This is like, that's actually the more bigger part, is because before it was just a random, like, yeah, we're uploading it. Now there's an official brand and company being made specifically to manage the PlayStation PC department. As you guys can see, the PlayStation PC LLC too as well. And of course, there's also been a few other ones too as well, mixed up, like basically updated to on top of this too. But as of right now, the Horizon and God of War are still for PS Mobile though, which we actually might go and see change in the very near future. Very intriguing to go and see. If you guys also want to look into the actual PlayStation PC LLC, you guys can now look at the corporation wiki, which is basically just all the corporations out there. And as of right now, there actually has been this has been apparently publicly filed as a domestic business in the state of California, and it was officially filed, which means, sometimes it takes time for it to be like approved and processed and all that, especially for a bigger company, say like PlayStation or Sony. So basically that was applied for on April 13th, 2021. It's approximately as of now 6 months old, as recorded with its documents filed with California Secretary of the State. So we also have the address over here too. That's just for the normal business. There's nothing else crazy going on with that. But very cool to go into the actual overall business put on in. And as you guys have seen, we actually have been seeing games such as like Horizon Zero Dawn arriving up on Steam as well, come up on some stuff too with Days Gone coming out. And as the most recent announcement is that God of War is coming to PC as of officially on January 14th. When that comes in 2022, as well the same thing too as well with Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection as well will be coming to PC later on this year too, as well, as you guys can kind of see these photos mixed on in. Sony's head of PlayStation Studios, Holman Holst, revealed in June, which we actually had this over here. We actually covered this too as well back in the day. Over here, just kind of showing the confirmation for it, that basically they want to go and push a lot more into it. He revealed in June that Sony was still early on his PC plans. He also stating, I want to emphasize that PlayStation will remain the best place to play our PlayStation Studios titles at launch, which also will kind of make sense. They want to have people on the PlayStation ecosystem. If you have a place like, say, Steam, Origin, or other various stores, they actually do take a cut. And if you're doing millions of sales, that's millions of dollars taken away. And of course, as well, you have better quality control and uploads on your own system, such as your PlayStation 5 console itself. So that's basically, that's kind of assuming if you have a PlayStation 5, you go through all the effort, you're trying to find the restocks, trying to get your console, it's okay because there's still a good reason to have the console. And what we've usually been seeing has been the trend for about a year or so, and then the games will come out on PC itself. He also does go on to continue stating, we do value PC gamers and will continue to look at the right times to launch each game. As well, Sony Interactive CEO Jim Ryan has previously described Sony's PC games push as an easy decision for the company. There's an opportunity to expose those great games to a wider audience and recognize the economics of game development, which are not always straightforward. Said Ryan in an interview with GQ earlier on this year, the cost of making games goes up, which each cycle, as the caliber of the IP has improved. Also, our ease of making it available to non-console owners has grown, so it's a very easy decision for us to go and make. Very nice to go and see this, but one of the more intriguing things too is on Mass Piscatella, who's also been a part of the video game, more so talk about statistics, sales, and all of that. So, according to actually one of his statements, according to the NPD Group's player pulse, as of right now, only about 1/3 of all PC players in the United States even own a PS4, and only 8% even own a PS5. At least in the PS4 ratio, that's pretty good, but the PS5 ratio as of now has a lot of room to grow. Of course, that number will probably go up as time goes on. There's more exclusives, more games, more actual proper restocks, etc. So basically, the whole end-all be-all for those numbers is that there is a absolutely massive PC audience that could be accessible towards these games. As well, it makes a lot of sense too, is also not going to be probably really affecting console sales. It definitely is how he states as a win-win, where we do have some sides. You have all the people who have their consoles, or maybe they're primarily console players. Maybe they just don't like PCs, or the cost of entry is expensive, or they're just casually just want to sit on their couch, which is totally fine. I'm not, as long as you're enjoying video games, for me, that's all that matters to me, as long as you guys are happy with that. But it does kind of show, if you say you have like a 6-month, 1 year, basically like console exclusive time, I think a lot of gamers are cool with that, because usually by the time that's like it's 6 months out or a year from out, games will be on sale, you'll have a chance to go check out games, or as well, if you really wanted to play that specific game, you probably have already beaten it, or at least have bought it. And that would also open up to a lot more for PC people, because a year after the game comes out, or even maybe a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, of course it depends on the game, the studio, and all of that, that also would increase a lot more just people exposed to the Sony brand. And it would also, I think, at least in my opinion, would make a lot of sense that if you have someone on PC, they go and check out, maybe they heard that God of War game was a very, very good game, and then GOW basically shows up on Steam, which it is in a few more months from now, and then they go and play it. They think the game is awesome. They love the updates, they love the port, they love the story, they like the graphics, whatever it is. Just as I'm sure you guys know, most PlayStation games usually are pretty good, at least pretty stable. And then they're like, well, we hear about this brand new Ragnarok coming out very, very soon, and that would also maybe incentivize them to be like, well, let's maybe go try to find a PlayStation 5. I enjoyed my experience on PC. Let's go and see what the hype is about on launch. And there are a lot of people out there. I'm definitely one of those people myself. So we see all this stuff kind of putting around, and it just makes me kind of feel like well, Sony is kind of a bunch of geniuses. It's kind of an easy take. I mean, put your games on as many platforms and make as much money as you can. Kind of an easy thought process. But the fact that we're seeing it, and we're actually seeing it live in motion, kind of finally being developed, is kind of gaming history in the making. So very cool to go and see. So you guys give me your thoughts and comments down below. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch room as well, linked down below. If you guys want to follow, sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, you guys go get free stack, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. As always, linked down below, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.